What a strange time when there was a pandemic and we were all locked up doing some weird things. Speaking of the pandemic, today I remembered a girlfriend I had back then, and yes, I have to confess, she was the ugliest girlfriend I have ever fallen in love with. It all started back in 2022. At the time, COVID-19 was everywhere, while doctors kept giving us experimental injections, and that's why I spent 2 years taking classes from home without being able to go to school. In fact, almost without having contact with people who didn't live with me. But one day, COVID-19 cases finally decreased, and since many people were vaccinated, the world began to return to normal little by little, and that included going back to school but with masks. One day when we returned to classes, I noticed that many of my old classmates had changed a lot. Some were taller, others had beards, others had acne. So much time had passed that some were even bald, but among them there were also new classmates. And there she was, the prettiest girl in the whole class, or so I thought. To protect her identity and not offend anyone, we will call her Annabelle. That year, Annabelle and I talked very little, and honestly, I don't understand why. It could be because I was very ugly or very shy. Meh, I'll go with the second option. Time kept passing, and I didn't dare to confess because I was basically too embarrassed. One day, I heard some of my classmates talking in the bathroom about the prettiest girls in the class. The curious thing was that they didn't mention Annabelle. In fact, they named her among the ugliest girls in the class. Anyway, I didn't pay attention to them and continued with my life, starting to prepare a plan to win her over, until one day, a fateful day, the worst day of my life arrived. Everything started during the break. I was eating my chips on one side of the court, while on the other side was Annabelle with her friends. And what do I see? Annabelle was holding a hamburger and was getting ready to take off her mask to eat. At that moment, the world stopped. What I saw broke my heart. Annabelle's face was everything everyone had said all these months, and I didn't believe that Annabelle was ugly. She was so ugly that her teeth seemed to try to escape from her face. It was terrifying. After seeing her face and what her mask hid, I lost interest in her and started liking other girls. I didn't confess to any of them, but meh, it's no big deal. I didn't see Annabelle again, or maybe she was still there, but since I didn't like her anymore, I didn't pay attention to her. But the important thing in all of this, and I want to share a lesson with all of you, is that if you see a woman with half her face covered, it might be because she's ugly or because she was a man.